มีคนอื่นไม่ต้อง
อันนี้เราจะอยู่ใน
เราอยู่บนจอแล้วใช่ไหมคะอย่างนี้เราไม่ต้องเข้าอะไรเพราะว่าใช้เครื่องพิมพ์น้ำอยู่จะให้แนะนำตัวอะไรกันก่อนนะระหว่างรอ
Hello, everybody. Now I'm with the student and also our speaker today. This is the student. So I would like to first not open the workshop yet, but I would like to first introduce our speaker today. Our speaker today will be one of the tutor in team 1. No, team 2. Team 2 about urban farming. But her lecture today will be related to our workshop theme, which is about the food. So her lecture today already uploaded to the classroom in the as the material in the classwork as the material. So you will find the slide PowerPoint over there in the classroom. Also, she will share the screen to the audience, to all of you. And I also live this lecture to Facebook of our landscape architecture department, Chulalongkorn University, which is facebook.com/landchula, LANDCHULA. So any of you, if you miss anything from here, so you can repeat or review that video in our website, our Facebook page. So I will introduce Kanokwalee a little bit. She actually she also alumni tutors of our IWUL long time ago. Actually, one of the founder of IWUL in 2009, I think. Over there at the University of Seoul, we participate in IFRA APR Congress workshop, and then we start discuss the opportunity to do the workshop with Ion and I'm not sure, not you yet, right? Youngmin, not Youngmin yet. But Ion introduced that University of Seoul going to host the workshop with Mongolian University. So we are very interested. We were very interested in that. So we try to gather one of another university, Ohio State University, and we have that in 2010. So we start already until now is 10 years old. So Kanokwalee was one of that lecturers from Chulalongkorn University, and also Pavini. Pavini from here. Yeah. Pavini also one of that. And Kanokwalee went to have her PhD in University of California at Berkeley. And she got already her PhD and she came back to our department. Hold on a second. Okay, we go to Kanokwalee and she can introduce a little bit about her work. And I think we're going to start the lecture now, and then later after we finish the lecture, we will do the opening ceremony of the workshop. So now it will be part of the workshop, but not yet officially open. All right? Okay? All right. Hi Heye Hi Sylvia Hi Yongmin Hi Jeholi All right
เน็ตไม่พอนะคะโอเคไม่แน่ใจเดี๋ยวนะ Hi Hi everyone มืดใช่ไหมโอเค Hi thank you for the introduction so my name is Kanokwalee and you can call me Ajahn Ma'am like all the Thai student and so I supposed to prepare like about 30 minutes lecture about FoodMiles that I did the research like some times ago, and I'll talk a little bit about food security and urban agriculture and kind of talk about some research and concepts and ideas how these three things combine together. So first, I want to start with some images from a book called Hungry Planet, What the World Eats. We still couldn't locate the file.
เปิดไว้ปะ
เปิดไว้แล้วใช่ไหม มันไม่ขึ้นมาใน classroom okay so everyone can see the screen right okay so ถ้ามันจะเลื่อนได้มันไม่ขึ้นนะคะโอเค
มันควรจะให้เห็นจอซูมมาก
จอซูมแล้วแชร์ในซูม
Sorry
yeah some technical difficulties แล้วก็กดแชร์ใช่แชร์ screen I think it's coming โอเคโอเคไหมคะโอเคถ้าเกิดเลื่อนทำไงนะ
ควรจะเป็นเปิด
ปิดอันนี้หรือเปล่าหรือว่า Yeah, it's kind of challenging to do online workshop. Like, I mean, the past few months we've been doing online class.
ทุกคนได้รับน่าจะเห็นใช่ไหมตอนนี้เห็นใช่ไหมคะ
So everyone can see the screen. ต้องดูบนนั้นใช่ปะ Okay. Yeah, it's kind of challenging because when we do online teaching, I don't really see the class or participants, so I don't really know if you're still there. But so I assume that everyone there and really interested. So okay, just feel free to ask questions or like raise your hand. I mean, I probably don't see your hands, but like type the comments or like say anything like small like we want to do like kind of like sharing the ideas and knowledge. So yeah, feel free to interrupt anytime. So I'll try to do it within 30 minutes, hopefully. So okay. น้ำยากจังเลย หาที่ Okay, I'll start with ไม่ไปอ่ะเลื่อน okay because it's PDF okay so I'll start with okay start for real now. Okay, I'll start with some images from the book called Hungry Planet, What the World Eats. And I want you to look at this image. And so the book is a project that a photographer and a writer travel around the world and they went to 24 countries and depict the photos of the family with everything that an average family consume within a given week, and also the amount of money that the family spend for the food during the week. And so I have some of the photos for you here. So the first one is a photo from a family in California in United States. So you can see like what they eat within a week. So they spend around like $159 for food that, let's see, the second family is in Mexico. So you can see like what the family consumption, what kind of food that they eat. And that in Australia. So they spend a little bigger family, like more family members. They spend like $376. And so from looking at this family photo and the food that they consume in each week, I want you to notice like what kind of food and what the packagings, and also, I mean, the amount of money may be different depend on the like economics and like in each countries. But let's see that from Turkey. I think there's some students from Turkey, and do they have any like some similar food that your family consume within a week? Just look healthier than some of the image, like some of the family. So this one from Japan. So that's pretty expensive, like 317. So, and this one from Ecuador, only $31 for like nine people. This one from Bhutan. So very few packaged food. It's only $5 for the food that they spend per week. That's one from Mali, $26. And I think this is the last one from Chad. And they spend $1 for the food that they have per week for the family. So when you look at these photos, you can see like the diversity of food, like different culture, and also you can see like some family like can afford more food that maybe import from further away because they have more packagings and they have like more like process. So just like some ideas and that how we can see the diversity of food and the consumption in the world. So today I'll talk about, I want to start with the concept of food security, and then I'll talk about FoodMiles and see how it come together. So food security has many different definitions, and it's kind of like flexible concept, depend on the context and depend on the goals and the project that people interested in. And they have more than 200 definitions for the past 10 years. And so this is the very first definition of food security that that initiated during the World Food Summit in 1974. And they talk about how people have availability at all times of the adequate world food supplies of basic foodstuff to sustain and steady expansion of food consumption and to offset fluctuations in production and price. And in about 10 years later, they kind of refine the concept and make it like a little shorter, and later they add more people that, so they look at people that not only we have food available, but the food should be the source for active and healthy life. And in 1996, this is a definition that may be the most well-known and most used. And not only the food that available at all time, but also and also have the food preference for an active and healthy life. So the concept of food security include other factors like about culture and preference of people. So not only the food that people eat to survive, but also it should be respect their cultural diversity. So in 2001, so that's a kind of like the final concept that more defined. And I say that food security is a situation that exists when people at all times have physical, social, and economic access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food that meets their dietary needs and food preference for an active and healthy life. So in this diagram that talk about the security, that means there are always food that's secure for people, and sovereignty means that people have authorities to choose the food that they prefer, or like that they believe that they can eat according to their belief or religions, and also safety, that they have the food that is healthy, nutritious, and also free from contaminations. So that's the goal of the food security. So so FAO also talk about the concept of food insecurity, that something that's happening right now, like all over the world. And they have the scale. So the first is called the Food Insecurity Experience Scale, FIES, and it used to monitor the world's progress toward achieving sustainable development goal into 2030. So in about 10 years from now. So we try to have like less food insecurity and make sure that people all over the world have food security. They have access to healthy food and that can provide an active lifestyle, and also they have authorities to choose the food that they prefer. So that the scale from green to is a food security to like really poverty, like food insecurity. So food insecurity happen when people do not have adequate physical, social, and economic access to food as defined above in the diagram. So I have some graph, and it's like some impact from COVID-19, from the pandemic, that it's very likely that we're not going to meet the goal in 2030 because of the pandemic, and the progress that we try to eliminate food insecurity in the world is kind of like go further away. And so this diagram shows that about half of the world population, over half of the people that are affected by severe food insecurity is in Asia. So even though we feel like Asian country like can produce more food and very like we have fertile landscape, but there's still issue of food insecurity in this region. And that's the measurement and of the goal to to eliminate food insecurity. Yeah, and so that the projection with this pandemic with the COVID-19, so the trend is going reverse from the goal that we supposed to do. Okay, so that's kind of like the introduction of the food security, and so I'll talk about the FoodMiles concept. So the concept of FoodMiles originated in like 1990s, so it's about like 30 years ago in the United Kingdom. And the definition of FoodMile is the distance that food is transported from the time of its making, which can be like in the farm or like production site until it reached the consumer. So we FoodMile concept like measure the distance that the food like travel from the original to the ultimate consumer, to the final consumer. So it's very simple that it's kind of like the further the food travels, the more energy that is used, and therefore the carbon emissions are greater. This diagram is kind of show how kind of explain the concept of the FoodMiles, and it so it starts from the Great Britain, from the United Kingdom. So it shows where the food that people in the UK consume, like where they come from. So there's like fruits from New Zealand, like across the world, like sheep, and there's some other vegetables that come from all over the world to feed people in the United Kingdom. So what are the FoodMile concept and how that affect the environment and how พี่น้ำอันนี้จะปิดยังไงอ่ะ
ให้อยู่はい
Sorry
わかった
I'll zoom a little bit
わかった食べるで何回かかけて繋がんないとき家にかけてわかったじゃあねなんでそんな何回も
ตอนนี้ทุกคนเห็นอันนี้อยู่ปะคะในจอตัวเองใช่ปะโอเคokay so I'll go back to the FoodMiles เลื่อนอยู่ใช่เพราะเมื่อกี้มันหน้านี้ทำไมมันมีอันนี้ไม่รู้อ๋อสงสัยตอนมันอยู่ในรูปโอเคใช่ sorry okay I'll talk about my research when was that like 9 years ago so I tried to locate where the food come from, and I did some research at wholesale market, a wholesale vegetable market at the edge of Bangkok. So there's like 4 big market around Bangkok, and food and fruits and vegetables from all over the country like kind of go to these 4 markets. So I did some interview with the merchants and ask them what kind of vegetable that they sell and where those vegetables come from and how they transport to the market. And I got the list of about like 400 items, and I just kind of categorized them into like 4 different groups. Root vegetables, vegetable that we eat the leaf, and vegetable that we eat the fruits, and vegetable that we eat the flowers, and locate on the map where they came from. So I found some similar vegetable like tomato that come from like the farm that very close to Bangkok, like 20 kilometers away, and the tomato that come from like 696 kilometers away, and they both sell like side by side and look exactly the same and sell at the same price. So we as consumer, we don't really know that those two tomatoes have like 30 times different food miles, and they cause like extremely different environmental impact, like unless we ask the sellers, that which sometimes they don't really know where the vegetable come from. So so this map, like the first one on the left is the root vegetable that kind of carrots and like daikon, like a white radish, and some other root vegetable, and I show where they come from. And oh, I think the right one is a root vegetable, and the left one is the fruit, the one that we eat, fruit like tomato, eggplants, and some of them you can even grow in your garden, in your backyard, and you can have like 0 miles vegetable. But when we buy it from the market, with sometimes it's so cheap, and you don't even think about the environmental impact from the carbon emission that is caused from transportation. And I map for different kind of vegetable and see where the location of the farms and where it's come from. So it's mostly in there's a lot in the central of Thailand, central district of Thailand, and there's like some of them in the eastern, northeastern Thailand, and in the northern there's a lot more in the northern Thailand. So when you buy cabbage, like some of them come from like just right outside Bangkok, but some of the cabbage come from like the very north part of the country. And so that invisible environmental cost that the consumer don't know about it, and we pay the same price, but we cost like a lot different environmental impact. So the graph show the distance from Bangkok. So the gray one is the distance from Bangkok, and the yellow one is the food production that can produce. So like this one is about 300 kilometers from Bangkok, and they can produce like about almost 300 kilogram of the vegetable. So you can see that there's about half of the vegetable in the market, like you can get it within like half the distance. You don't have to go like very far to get the vegetable. And this one is compare the so the yellow bar is daily amount of production, say 1,000 kilo per day, and so this one is like 100,000, and the green one is the number of the farm around Bangkok. So 100, and the number here is a distance from the city. So within 100 kilometers from the city, there's a lot of production site that can produce a lot of food. And this is an example of one vegetable. I took lemongrass that it's pretty easy to grow, and you can put it in the pot. But lemongrass in the market, there's one that come from this is different province that are the farm that grow lemongrass, and they said some of them they even send it to Vietnam. They kind of export it, and so it's like almost 500 kilometers of that the distance that the lemongrass travel, like import to get to your table. So I'm not gonna talk about like negative impact, because we can see that it causes a lot of like longer distance, and it's caused like larger carbon footprint. But what are the benefit of shorter food miles? So this diagram here that is in the US, and it shows you that in one of the fruit salad bowl, like 5 different fruit that put in the bowls, and it costs about like 7,000 miles to have that fruit salad. And I mean, in some regions, in some locations, you cannot choose that because some people live in not very close to the productive land. But if you have the landscape that can produce food, it's better to like consider eating something from like closer distance. So the shorter food might help reduce the city footprint. So if the city like take the vegetable from like closer rank, like not take too much of the food from further away, it's kind of help reduce the ecological footprint of the city, and it's help preserve ecological service of the productive area around the city, like urban and peri-urban agriculture. And it enhance biodiversity, and also it support the fair trade. Like when you buy food from like closer location, you have more connection with the farmer, and it's also the way to for the efficiency land management. So if you try to consume the food from somewhere closer, you will think more about how to preserve the productive landscape. And it's also the food security, because sometimes when the food like import or like transport like too far, they have to add some chemical to keep the fruit and vegetable fresh, and also it have to like handle with more agents, and that have high risk of contamination. So there's a book called 100 Miles Diet. It's wrote in 2007, and it's a couple of a Canadian couple that they have a mission to consume everything that they can find within 100 miles radius from that place, which is pretty challenging when you think about it. So they try to eat locally and think about the global impact, and they try to do it in the way that it's less environmental impact. So at the beginning, it's kind of difficult for them because they cannot find like oil and some other food that need to be processed. But so most of their food is seafood, root vegetables like carrots and radish and corn. And they start to do like food preservation, because in Canada they have like some winter month that in the local area, the farm in local area cannot produce food, and after they're doing that, they're not starved, but they end up have like surplus food. So when you really try to eat within 100 miles, or like try to be more environmental like concerned, you start to be aware that you can find food like within the closer range, like from your place. And so there's some benefit that this from 100-mile diet is you will definitely get like fresher food, because it doesn't have to like transport far away and take like days to get to your table. And you have like shorter food miles and less emissions, which is like less impact to the environment. And you can have like new flavor, like sensations like of the food that produced in different seasons. And you start to be like hyper awareness of like what you eat, and you start asking the seller or the farmers, and everything will be less packaged, because it doesn't have to like travel too far. And they also say that they have like weight loss because they don't eat like too much of the processed food, and you can connect with the local farmers, and you know exactly where your food comes from, which is also part of the food security. So like there always news that people get like food poison, and it's hard to find where the source of the poison, because many times like food travel from like too far away from different countries and it's always like spread out before you can control it, then that kind of like dangers of the when you consume food that have longer food miles. So, but there's some arguments about the food miles because not every food that, I mean, all the food they don't transport with the same mode of transportation. If every food like being transported with the same kind of truck, like you can just like calculate the number of the distance, but many times they could be like a smaller truck or a larger truck, or it could be like train or like both, or sometimes it's like a plane. And also, so there is some controversial about it, and like people start asking questions like if food miles really matters. So personally, I think like eating food, I mean, if it's like exact food, like the same cabbage, it's better to choose the cabbage from closer farms, like closer location with shorter food miles. But there are also other factors that should be taken into consideration, like the energy used in production, not only the transportation, and also like livestock production is a source of greenhouse gas. So there is some group of people that said if you want to reduce the impact, you just like stop eating meat and start eating more vegetable, and it's helped a lot more than eating food with a shorter food miles. And so the life cycle analysis may be a better approach because the food miles only focus on the distance, but the life cycle analysis think about everything like in overall, like the packagings and the process of food productions. And like I said earlier, the mode of transportation, like if it transport by electric vehicles, that could cause a lot less carbon emission, even if it's travel like from further away. And the local food miles and the bulk transport, if it's transport in the big truck, it can like bring more food at one time. So that another thing that for the another factors. And also like people criticize that the concept of food miles is too simplified, and it neglects other important issues like water usage and the farmer rights. But even though there's many criticize, it's still a valuable metric to measure the environmental impact from the food that we consume. So for the look at the holistic approach, like when we break down the transportation cost, actually like less than 10% of the cost of the food production. So for the something that cover more is you can think about the carbon footprint that maybe cover the how the food produced and the package and how it's storage, and also like the agricultural practice. So like in some country that can produce food all year round compared with in some regions that the climate is not really suitable to produce food, and they have to do it within the greenhouse or use like a heating system for the cattle, that could cause a lot more environmental impact. And so the research that against the food miles concept is the one from New Zealand, because it's like the country that very limited, but they produce a lot of food, and they like export the food to many places. And so this one say research in 2009, and it talk about the different production system, and energy sufficiency and how the way they use energy in production and the cost of shipping and the cost of storage, and they compare apples, onions, and sheep, and argue that all these three food production that produced in New Zealand cost a lot less than the one that produced in United Kingdom. So even it's shipped from further away, like it still have less impact. So FoodMiles is one very useful metrics, but other factors need to be considered as well. So on, I'll talk a little bit about urban agriculture. So urban and peri-urban agriculture is defined as the growing of trees, food, and other agricultural products. They can be herb, pot plants, and fuels, fodders, and raising of livestock and fisheries within the built-up area or on the fringe of the city. So it has to like connect with like urban or peri-urban and some like urban development that our site, even it's not located in Bangkok, but it is under like the EEC plan that going to have some development. So the urban and peri-urban agriculture is include production systems such as horticulture, livestock, forestry, aquaculture, and input supply, processing, and marketing activities. So this is the map. I mean, I think all the Jula students should recognize. Do you know where it is? This is about 100 years ago. And I think you can see our campus here on the lower left hand side, that the first building in Chulalongkorn University. I think that should be like Siam, like Siam Paragon here, up here. And that pattern is a rice paddy. So the area around us used to be like a productive landscape. If we stuck here and there's no supermarket and we cannot find food, we will survive because there's food around us. But right now, it looks like that, like all traffic, and so that's the same building here, and that Siam Center up there. So so because when we did the planning, we didn't put the productive functions of the existing landscape into consideration. So the development and the land use only concerned about how the transportation or how people can do like settlement and business, but we don't have prioritize the productive landscape. So 100 years later, we cannot produce any food around here, and even we have like some fruit trees on campus, they're probably not edible, or maybe they don't bear fruit anymore. Okay, so I think I'll just put the wrong slide here. So the urban food system, like when we produce food, when we can produce food within the city, the whole system complete, and it's create sustainable city when we can produce food and distribute food and consume and recycle all the food package. It's kind of like reduce the distance that the food have to transport and reduce the waste, and it's a way to create sustainable city. And some benefit of urban agriculture. So for the economic benefit, it can be like urban food supply, and it can be supplemental income. And even though like I work in a few projects with like public housing, and we try to like propose the concept of urban farming around their residents, and some of them, some of them don't really sustain because the food in Bangkok is pretty cheap. So some people don't want to spend time like growing their own food because it takes time and it's kind of a lot more invest to get the food. But it can be like some supplement income for some families. And for the environmental benefit, it can reduce the food miles, and it create biodiversity in the city, and it can be like food security because you know where your food come from, and you know that there's no pesticides and no chemical in your food because you grow it yourself. And for the food security, like if there's some disaster like happen in the city and you don't have, like right now it's we consider it's a little disaster with the pandemic, and like all the supermarket and the market been closed for a while and people don't have access to fresh food and vegetable. If you have your own vegetable garden or your own like urban farm, you can have access, and it's kind of like the way that you can secure the food production. It's also help with the urban heat islands and the microclimate when you have more green space in the city. And for the social and cultural, it's kind of help build communities and also like create the diversity of the food culture. So the problem of the edible landscape is kind of like more like a challenge and a constraint because we from the FAO they said people who apply this practice are like immigrants, and they don't have access to the land. They don't have like land available in the urban areas because the land price is like higher, and they don't own the land. And also like horticultural control, like in the public housing project, there's like there's many like buildings, so the land that available doesn't have like enough sunlight, and they don't have like water resource to like maintain the garden. And some of them, like the one on the rooftop, they have problem of accessibility, so some of them doesn't sustain. And maintenance, they need to spend money to like and time to make sure that to maintain the garden. And land use control and the policy support, we don't really have it right now because like Bangkok is so easy to find food, so urban farming concept is not the priority for the government. And sanitary and urban pollution kind of set kind of issues for some people that concerned about like urban pollution and how if the food that produced in the city is clean enough to eat. And the land ownership, like there's some semi-public space, and how people feel like a sense of belonging, and when they do some garden in the community garden, they don't feel like the garden belongs to them, so it's kind of like the sense of belonging issues. So I'll show some example in Bangkok. So this one is one of the pilot project. I think it started like about 20 years ago. It's rooftop garden at the district office in Bangkok. It's called Laxi, very close to the old airport. And so the group of people who work on this rooftop vegetable garden, they are the staff at the district office, and they start by planting some vegetable in the vacant land next to the district office. And after they plant the garden for a few months, and it start to like grow, and like the owner of the land show up and say this is not public space and you have to move all your plants away. So that the first issues that they found. So they kind of like we already plant the vegetable from the seed, and it's like only in a few months we can harvest them. So they don't want to like give up. So they asked the director of the district office to use the rooftop, and they move everything up to the roof and start to have rooftop garden on the rooftop of the district office. And it's been going on for like 20 years. They do some rotation. They kind of like compost all the leaf, and they produce a lot of vegetable, and they open like learning center for the people in the district, also in Bangkok, like outside the district. So it's pretty sustained now because it's because the government, I mean the local government, like give some support, and it's became like the showcase, and also like they can produce like real food. This is another one at Kshet Sat University. Like one of our students like graduated from Kshet Sat University, and I mean, if you want to know more, you can ask her about it. So the professor, the faculty at Kshet Sat University like do some experiments and create like really lightweight unit for the rooftop garden. So they're doing some vegetable garden up there on the rooftop that student and staff in the department can participate. And right now, like when we did interview with the faculty who like take care of this garden, and she said the economic benefits still not really balanced, because it take more. I mean, it's just kind of like the beginning process, but for the social benefit and for the learning purpose, it's very successful. So this one is very close to our campus, Siam Green Sky. That yeah. So it's like one of the largest rooftop vegetable garden in the city, but and they used to grow like different kind of vegetable and have like some cultural events, but right now they closed because they don't have enough budget for the maintenance, and the building doesn't decide to have like convenient access. So people who the maintenance team said they have to like walk upstairs because they know elevator that go to that floor. So it's very difficult for them to bring all the materials and like water the gardens. So that one of the issues of the rooftop vegetable garden. And this is the new one in Thammasat University, the rooftop rice farm. Yeah, it's gonna be the designer of this garden will come and give a talk on the, I think Friday, Thursday, on Friday. So another example in Shenzhen in China. So we believe that street trees shouldn't be fruit trees because it will cost higher maintenance. And like in Bangkok, we used to have like fruit tree as a street tree, and there's some controversial, so we no longer have it. But in Shenzhen, they have like hundred of mango trees on the street. And there's some issues because there's like food on the street, there's some bird and insects, but it's kind of like the sort of food production, and it's really, they kind of like build the community because people get together during the mango season and they like harvest the mango together, and they have some participation among the neighborhood. So and so they still have those mango trees on the street. And in Bangkok, like in the old town area, we used to have like fruit trees like jackfruit, tamarind, and so there's some banana and like like coconut. I think this is a very informal planting, like some gorilla planting, like people just plant it by themselves. But so right now, the city doesn't want to plant any fruit tree on the street because they don't want to. It became the burden. But this fruit tree not only reduce the urban pollution like normal tree, but also provide ecological functions and it has like meanings and belief that we used to believe that it have like will bring a good fortune and it's like good support. So that the royal ceremonial field in Bangkok, like right by the Grand Palace, we have over 200 tamarind tree around the field. Maybe learn slide, sorry. Okay. And this is another group, so almost done. So this is called a group called Gorilla Grafting, and they kind of like, they believe that trees in the city should provide more function than shading and like aesthetics. So they start doing the grafting fruit tree into the street tree, and so that's another group of like public movement. Some of my participation and urban farming at the elementary school. Okay, ดีขึ้นไหมคะ Okay, sorry. Okay, and that the last one is a project at Berkeley Food Institute. So they collect the information of the urban farm and their goal is to increase the ecological resilience and sustainability and economic for the urban farm and peri-urban farming system, and so improve food distribution system in the city, and also like help the East Bay food system in Berkeley toward the food justice. So they use participatory research method and engage the students and farmers and community to conduct the research and collect the information. So I'll go quickly because I think it's about time. So it's pretty interesting because Berkeley is so, I mean, the East Bay is so diverse, and when you see that there like urban farm around here, like there's some like Vietnamese community that plants like the vegetable that part of the Vietnamese cuisine. There's some like Middle East community or like some Chinese community. So all the vegetable in there is not only like a sort of food production, but it's also like the display the cultural diversity of the area. I think that's about it. And okay, so the strategic impact and that goal is to provide the ecosystem service and economic viability and the food access and also food security, because people know where the food come from and they know that the productive landscape like within the areas, and they also like have the community engagement. Like many of the farm, they invite volunteer and people can go in there and like do the farming and exchange the ideas and like talk to the farmers. And so their ultimate goal is the food justice, because they want to make sure that everyone in the community can have the access to the good, nutritious and healthy food. And I think that's the end. That's the image of our site that Abriya and Ying will talk about it after the opening. Okay, thank you.
So now our head department already be here. So we would like to officially have an opening ceremony of IWUL workshop. And then I would like to have our head department, Associate Professor Pawadi Angsusing to give a welcome speech to all of us.
Good morning, everyone. I'm glad here for this workshop. It's very difficult for everyone to do workshop for this year as COVID situation. This is our first workshop for our department, and it's great. New normal here. I hope that you can success as objective and goal that you want to be, and I hope that everyone learn something with each other, and thank you for everyone to join this workshop. Thank you.
So maybe I would like to have all of you turn on the camera. Turn on the camera, please. If it's possible, we can turn on the camera and then we will know each other. Okay. Not all of you. Anyway, so we would like to hear from you also. Maybe we can start to introduce each school participant. So whenever you talk, you turn on the microphone, and then the speaker will be pop up on the screen. So first of all, I introduce myself. My name is Ariya Arunin, or you can call me just Nam. Nam in Thailand means water. You can call me Nam, and then I am the chair lady of this workshop. I am a good friend of your tutor from every school. So, and our team, we have 4 members. The first one from team 1, Kawini.
Hi, my name is Kawini in Champu. I'm the tutor for ecological service, team 1. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Next one, team 2 is Kanokwalee.
Hi, my name is Kanokwalee. You can call me Ajahn Ma'am. Yeah, I'm a tutor of team 2, urban agriculture.
And team 3.
Hello. Oh. Echo. ทำไงอ่ะ
It will happen.
Hello, my name is Dr. Chama Wong. I'm the tutor for group 3. The main theme is aquaculture. Nice to see you all here, and we'll talk more within a group.
Okay. So the next one, microphone. The next one, I would like. Hold on. Hello. Okay. So the next one, I would like to have only the tutor first from each school. Maybe start from Youngmin.
Hi, my name is Youngmin Kim. I'm from University of Seoul. My students are laughing at me. So I think I had some experiences at IWUL, especially with Aria and I think Pavini. And I'm a tutor for the theme 1, but I'm not an expert on those ecological system on islands, so I would like to rely on a lot on Pavini. So yeah, so nice to meet you. Yeah, so should I pass to other instructor in university?
Jeho.
Yeah.
Yes. Hi. Can you hear me? All right. All right. So my name is Emily, and you can just call me Jay. This is my first time to join the IWL program, and I'm. Is it all right? Can you hear me? Okay. So this is my first time to join the IWL program, and so excited to meet you all via the Zoom program. So I'm gonna be work as the tutor for theme 4, the cultural resilience, and I'm gonna have a presentation for the cultural resilience as well on Thursday. So I'm gonna present the couple of examples in South Korea that are quite similar with the situation in the Pangpakang River area. So yeah, that's all, and nice to meet you all. Thank you.
Then the next university. Harriet, you might feel very sleepy now. It's 1 o'clock in Boston. Turn on the microphone, please.
All right. Hello. Actually, it's already 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. But I'm all up and about, so excited about the event. This is Hayriye Esbahtanke from Istanbul Technical University, and I'm the tutor for aquaculture. I think it's Team 3. Thank you.
Nekis.
So, hi, I'm Nargis. I'm a research assistant in Istanbul Technical University. So I think I will be a tutor for group 4, and I will have a presentation I think on 6th about a competition project I have done in recent years, which is defining fresh, and it's a conceptual project, but I think it will help you out with just researching about this this issue in general. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Next one, please. Tokyo City University.
Hi.
Jin.
Yes. Yeah, I'm Zin from Tokyo University, Tokyo City University. Yeah. And first of all, I'd like to appreciate the Chulalongkorn University and area, and also so many steps, very, very hard preparation this online workshop.
A little bit confusing.
Yeah, but yeah, it's nice, and also and I really thank to you. Thank you so much for hosting this challenging workshop. And actually, I am Hwajin Lim, and I'm in the Tokyo City University. And some guys already know about me, but some half of the guys doesn't know about me. So I just want to introduce our members, the Nakajima Shin and Takayanagi, but they doesn't show here, but they will participate about the group meeting, I think. That I am the tutor about in the theme 4, resilient community and cultural landscape with Aria, proper Aria. So
and Jay.
Yeah, and Jeho also, yeah. So actually, I'm not familiar to this kinds of the landscape architecture, but landscape planning. But two two professors are so very professional about this theme. So I'm very comfortable theme that I'm very calm down here. And also I will offer the lecture in Wednesday afternoon. I'd like to talk about the EBPM. Have you ever heard about evidence-based policymaking? No, never.
Very important.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, EBPM for landscape planning, and also I will introduce situation about agricultural situation in Tokyo metropolitan area. So nice to meet you, and let's have a very very enjoyable discussion. So yeah, see you next meeting. Yeah.
Next one from Tokyo City. So you have the twin.
Yeah. I'm the only member here, and so I will introduce after the Nakajima and Takayanagi. And so yeah,
another two professor.
Yeah, another two professors doesn't here. So he
no.
Yeah, I think
Shin
is there.
Shin is not there.
I think he has another lecture. Actually, the TCU is the overlapped the semester, so our it is too hard to participate. So I'm so
both
sorry,
of them, right?
Yeah, both of them also have some lecture, I think.
Oh, okay. So we will introduce them later.
Pass to the another university.
So
thank you so much.
Oh, sorry, Sylvia, please, from
DI, yes.
Yes, okay.
Hello, well, this is my first mega Zoom ever, because usually we've never really done this many people before. So this is first time for me to talk to my screen in front of so many people. And actually, we've been partnering with you guys for at least three years. It's just that it's always been my other colleague who joined this. So I'm really happy to be here. Just finally meet all of you guys for this very interesting workshop. And also, you know, so much work to put it online. This is a challenge that you have succeeded. So well done. Yes, and
not done yet, just the first day.
Yeah, but it's very smooth. So it's congratulations to you. And I actually will be doing a talk also on Wednesday afternoon on similar issues or maybe different issues that we have in Hong Kong. So it'll be interesting to compare and sort of share. So, okay, so I pass the mic to Anne.
Yeah, Anne. microphone.
Microphone.
Sorry,
Yes.
I muted it. Okay, sorry. Hello, everyone. This is Anne from Hong Kong, and this is my first time to participate in the IWUL. And this year we have 2 tutors, Sylvia and I, and also 13 students. We have a big student group. So it's so glad to meet everyone here. And also I'm one of the theme 3, and similar to Jay, and I'm not an expert in the field of aquaculture. So I will rely on Chama Wong and Hariya. Okay, nice to meet you.
Before going to other university, I would like you, because we finished all the tutors, so maybe Anne, you can introduce and ask your students to introduce your groups.
Okay.
From THEI.
Yeah, okay.
Please.
So
please turn on the camera. Maybe the first time to you or two.
So I pass it to Fiona. Fiona and Chris.
Hi.
Okay, Fiona.
Hi. I'm here. I'm Chris. Hi, everyone.
I'm Fiona. Yeah. Hi, everyone.
And then many others. Just feel free to talk, to introduce yourself.
What happened?
Maybe speak a little bit more. So you guys are what year?
Yeah, we are year 3 students, and I am the group 2, the agriculture one.
Yeah, me too, by the way.
Yeah, I.
And Chris?
Hi. Same as Fiona. Actually we are going to be year 4 students. And I remember I'm in group 2, but I'm not really, I forget I'm in group 2.1 or 2.2, but yeah, it's okay. Yeah. So very exciting to see my group members.
You can be both. You can be in both and work harder.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay, keep going.
Anyone else?
No, actually we only have 2 students.
So you throw to another one, Chris. You ask your friend, the next one.
Is Raymond here? Raymond?
I saw him earlier.
Oh.
Raymond?
I'm here, but yeah, wait.
But you don't have a face?
I'm using another computer that doesn't have a cam, but yeah, wait a moment.
Okay. All right, so shall we move on to others?
Max, are you there?
Hi, I'm Max from DI. Yeah, I'm group 3.
And also year?
I'm becoming year 4.
Okay. And how about others? Ian?
I'm group 3.2, also from DI.
Year 3.
Oh, okay.
And I think I'm a group 2 member. Thank you.
Okay. I'm just following whoever's on the screen. Emily?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Emily, and I'm group 4 student, and I'm becoming year 4 student.
Okay,
nice to meet you all.
June?
Hello, and I'm also the same year with Emily, Max, and Chris, and I'm in group 4.2, and nice to meet you all.
All right. Yuna?
Hello, I'm Nya, and I'm also a student who going to be year 4, and I belong to group team 3 in this project. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Jenny.
Hi, good morning and good afternoon, everyone. And I'm a TI student going to year 3, and I think I should belong to group 1.1. Thank you.
So Raymond, you want to properly introduce yourself, or that was it? I guess he went to fix his computer. Okay, have I missed anyone? Don't think so.
Annie, Casey,
Annie.
Hi. I'm Annie, and I'm in group 2.2, and I'm going to be year 3 student. Yes.
Okay. So I think. Sorry, what? Anne?
Casey.
Oh yeah, Kathy. Where's Kathy?
Oh, I'm here.
Okay, I'm glad you're here. Anne? Okay, she's. I think that's all for
Okay,
BI.
thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome everybody to the workshop. Then go back to Tokyo City University. Could you please introduce yourself, please?
Yes,
The
I will
student.
start introduce our student.
So eight of you, right?
Yes, yeah, 8 members. And first, Moeri, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
I'm
please.
ready. Yes, I'm ready, and I'm from Tokyo State University in year 3, and team 1. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. And next is the Leo of the team 1 also. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Leo Redam. I'm living in Tokyo, and I have been a little nervous since this morning because I'm not native speaker and the poor vocabulary. But I have been looking forward to meet you. So nice to meet you.
Yes, thank you, Leo. And next, I will introduce the Ogawa Takahiro. Takahiro, please.
Hello, everyone. I'm Takahiro. I'm Tokyo State University. Please call me Taka. I'm belong group 2. I'm not used to speaking English. Thank you.
It's the end of
Sorry.
Yeah, everybody is same situation, I think. But yeah, the next is the Yu-chen son. Yu-chen. Yeah. How do you call you? Yeah.
Hello, my name is Su. It's my Chinese name. And my Chinese name is Song Goxi.
So how to call you? Or would you like?
They call me Miss Sun.
Pardon?
Soon.
Son. Yeah, son. Okay.
I'm from China. Thank you.
It's nice to meet you. And also, the next is the Aiko. Are you ready? Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aiko, and I'm from Japan. I'm living in Tokyo. I'll be in team 3.2, I guess. Nice to meet you all. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. And the next person is Kimika.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Kimika Matsumoto, third-year student at Tokyo State University. And I'll be in Group 3 Aquaculture. I'm not very good at speaking English, but I will do my best. So I appreciate your support. Nice to meet you.
I think your English is very nice. I think actually the last group, last theme. The next is me. Me, are you ready?
Hi, my name's Me. I'm coming to McDonald's to get some internet, so I'm sorry because it's so loud.
In the coffee shop, right?
Yeah, coffee shop.
McDonald's. She in the
McDonald's
McDonald's.
in
Okay.
Japan.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm belongs to no, not to 4.1 or 4.2. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you. The next member is the Yuri. Yeah. Okay. The senior member. Yeah. Please.
Yes. Hello, my name is Yuri Akimoto. Please call me Yuri. And I am a master student. I live in Kanagawa, near Tokyo. Nice to meet you.
Yes, Yuri is second time this IWUL. She was hosted in our TCU workshop in 2018. So yeah, many members remember you, I think. Actually, yeah, that's it. All our students. So I would like to pass to another university.
All right.
Okay.
So University of Seoul.
Okay, so it looks like it's our turn, and who's here? So where's our students? Okay, let's start with
Ho, maybe J. Can you help?
let's start with Chino.
Hi, I'm Jino Shin. I study landscape architecture at University of Seoul, and I'm team 2.1. It's amazing to meet you online. Thank you.
Okay, so what about next? Hyuna?
Hi, my name is Hana Kim and I live in Seoul and I'm group 1.1. Please call me Hyuna. Glad to meet you, everyone.
Okay, next will be Cheon.
Hi, my name is Taeun Song from University of Seoul, and I'm year 2. And I'm in group 3, aquaculture, and I'm happy to meet you. Thank you.
Okay, and Konu?
Hi, my name is Konu Lee from University of Seoul. I belong to Group 3 and nice to meet you all. Thank you.
Right, so next, Chonghun?
Hi, my name is Jung Lee and I'm from Korea. I major in the Department of Landscape Architecture at University of Seoul, and nice to meet you all.
All right, Yerim?
Hi, I'm Yerim. I'm group 4 member and I'm year 2. Thank you.
Yeah, Yerim, you should show your eyes and whole face, not just mouth.
Only lipstick.
But it's okay. This Tarek, yeah.
Hello.
Okay, good. And next, Isol?
Hello, I'm Isor An from University of Seoul, and I'm Group 1 Ecology Service. And nice to meet you all.
Okay.
Jimin?
Did I? Jimin. Okay.
Finish.
No. There's some left. Jimin.
Hi, my name is Jimin Kong. I'm sorry for this messy location, and I'm on Chuncheon City Hall for other workshop. Well, actually live in Seoul, and I'm in team 4.1. Nice to meet you.
Okay. Do I miss anyone?
Okay.
Okay, it looks like,
So,
yeah, that's everyone from University of Seoul.
Nekit or Helie, could you please introduce the Istanbul Technical University student?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
I have 8 very talented students whom you met last year during the organization. I think I'm gonna just follow the list that you put into the pamphlet. I will start with Gizem. Gizem Yağmur Gölbaşı.
Hello, my name is Gizem. I'm studying at Istanbul Technical University. This is my last year. I hope I will graduate this year. I am in ecological services team. Nice to meet you all. This is my second experience IWUL. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you Yağmur. Meltem.
Hi, I am Meltem. I'm in team 1, and last year I was in IWUL. So nice to meet you all. Thank you.
Thanks. Asena.
Hello, I'm Asena. I was participant in IWUL in last year. I'm in 2.1, and I hope we have a nice workshop. Nice to meet you all.
And we have the only male student, Batuhan, the lucky one.
Hello guys. Hello. You may remember me from last year. We worked together with some of you guys. I remember you. And hello again. I'm in group 3.1, the aquaculture, and I'm very excited to work with you guys again this year. Thank you.
How are
and
you?
I'm also fourth year now. Oh, thank you. Who's talking?
How are you?
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Norm. How are you too?
Okay. So it's now our turn. So I will find out how we should.
Norm, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm not finished. I have 3 or 4 more.
Oh, okay. Sorry, sorry.
It's all right. It's Begum. Are you here?
Yes, I am here. Hi, everyone. My name is Begum. I am from Istanbul Technical University. I am Group 4 member, Cultural Landscape and Resilience Community. And I'm so happy to part of this workshop. Thank you.
Thank you, Begum. Ece?
Hi everyone, my name is Ece. I'm from Istanbul Technical University and I'm becoming a 4th year this year. And I think I'm in group 4.2. Yeah, so nice to meet you all.
Thank you, Ece. Sevgi.
Hi everyone, I am from Istanbul Technical University. I am a member of, I guess, team 3 to 2. And this is my last year of my bachelor degree. And nice to meet you. I'm glad to meet you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Last but not least, Eileen.
Hi, everyone. I'm Eileen from ITU. It's my 4th year, and I think group 2.2. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's all. Norm, it's your turn now.
So we have some problem about the speaker and the microphone. So I would like the student to start introduce from maybe from
Hi everyone, I'm Eve. I'm in group 4.2. Nice to meet you all. Yeah, 4 years. Yeah, 4.
Hi everyone, my name is Floyd VPS. I'm in year 2 and I'm on Aqua Culture 3.1 group. Nice to meet you all.
Hi, I'm Ponpavisi Suteethorn, or you can call me Pat. I'm a student and I'm in the group 2.1 agriculture, and nice to meet you all.
Hi everyone, I'm Atikan. I'm in group 1.1 and this is my second time and I'm graduated last month.
Hey everybody, I am Tao. I am from group 4.1. I am in the master degree in the first year. Nice to meet you all.
Hi, my name is Kim. I'm from group 1.2. I'm 5th year student. Nice to meet you all.
Hi, I'm Pew. I'm just graduated. I'm in group 2.2. Nice to meet you all.
Hi, I'm in from Chulalongkorn. I'm graduated and I am a teacher assistant.
And you are the alumni of 2018.
Yeah. We three of us joined the workshop 2 years ago in Tokyo.
So now everybody, yeah. So I think we sorry, one more. Oh, the only boy.
Hello, my name is Hong Sa. I am in group 3. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
More. Introduce you more, a little bit more. You graduate student, first year graduate student, and he got the bachelor degree in landscape architecture already.
Thank you.
Metal. So now I think I'm going to stop the video live to Facebook, and then we will have a break, and then we come back to start our discussion about the work and the activity in the IWUL. So maybe all theme, and then we will maybe we finish the breakup. We finish the all theme now, right? Oh, okay. Sorry. So would you like to break, or you want to continue the all theme until introduction of the project and the workshop? So we will break after the after finish the all theme. Or you want to break? Actually, I can make up another poll.
왜 떨어져 있어요?
Share result. This is the result of the poll.
무릎 앉아 알지?
I will. So I better ask all of you. Maybe we continue with the art theme to the workshop introduction now. Okay. So I will stop Facebook live first.